Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakali, and I'm from GMS Jamaica Kingston Camp, and this video is about the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is a microchip, and we are one step closer towards this prophecy becoming fulfilled. All right, we have from CNN.com, Neuralink, Elon Musk's brain implant startup set to begin human trials. Okay, and this is something that has been monitored through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemay Shai over some time. Once it is that information came out that Elon Musk started to put brain implants into monkeys and I believe pigs as well. Okay, so here it is right here. You have watch Elon Musk show how the Neuralink brain implant works using a pig in 2020. And this relates to biblical prophecy because in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16 it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." All right, so the prophecy says that he causeth all, all right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now the right hand has been spoken about many times, right? In verse 17 it talks about that no man might buy or sell, right? So we know that unless you have the microchip, you won't be able to conduct business within society. All right, and doing research on the microchip and everything, how it's going to be an all for one use. But the prophecy also says not only in the right hand but in their foreheads, right? So the part with the hand has to do with based on research so far. All right, we're going to see how Esau Edom really develops and launches this technology, but by way of that right hand so far, it has been used for buying and selling. All right, literally over there in Sweden, they have microchips in their hands and they are using it to make purchases, right? So we have the central bank digital currencies being developed, which is going to be the new way to pay. All right, everything is becoming digital with the cash. Everything's going cashless. You have the digital identification systems which are being developed as well, etc., etc. All right, but you have this part where it says foreheads, right? And when you look at this word forehead here at G3359, it says metopon, right? And was it not Facebook? Was it Facebook that recently renamed itself Meta? All right, this devil, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today, that will be the ones that will be pushing this microchip technology. They have all levels of witchcraft at work. Okay, real talk, real talk. Okay, you know, even the changing of the name from Twitter to X. Listen, this devil doesn't do anything without working witchcraft. All right, now I can't tell you exactly what it is that is behind why they changed Twitter to X, but this devil names things for a very reason, and there's a lot of witchcraft from them at work, a lot of wickedness in as it says in the book of Ephesians, right? Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shemeshai, because we're fighting against spiritual wickedness. Hold on, let me get it. What is it? Ephesians 2? Is it? No. 6. Is it 6? It says in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shemeshai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, because there is a lot of wickedness and witchcraft that's going on. You are literally bombarded with it every single day, whether you realize it or not. The media itself, just the things that are consumed, the advertisements, the social media, the television shows, the movies, everything around you, all of the imagery around you is working witchcraft against you. Okay? It really is. And I know that's going to be hard for a lot of people to soak in, but it's true. We are consistently bombarded by wickedness, okay? By demons, which are really just angels on the left hand side. You know, if you can view it in that kind of way, if the Spirit allows you to. But that is what's prominent in this world because the wicked are ruling, right? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah. And everything has it, man. Everything has it. Okay. So that's why it says to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shemishai, to put on the spirit of Yahweh Shemishai, so that we can further be protected from these things. Okay. And it tells you, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shemishai, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Shemishai, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Okay, so yeah, man, this is very true. And you see this part with the forehead part, when we're taking a look at what's going on in regards to the brain microchip implant, it is very sinister. You know, Elon Musk, from his animal trials and what he claims that he intends to do, are things that are miraculous and are things that are not seen in this world. Okay, now we know that all things can be done through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemishai instantly and without a doubt. But in this, and it's not really a but, however, when you take a look at the world today in what is deemed as modern society, there are certain things that are not simply done. Like, for example, when Yahushua was here, look at the miracles that Yahushua performed. You don't see those things right now in Esau's kingdom. You're not ever on that kind of level. You know what I'm saying? To put it properly into perspective, right? So what this devil is doing is that he's going to be selling you people a dream, and he's going to be selling it in a way by way of his brain microchip technology, talking about how he will allow paraplegics to be able to walk, right? That's not something that is happening today. Okay, that's not something that we see. So that's like one of the miracles that they will do. They say that with the brain microchip, that, you know, education will become obsolete eventually, and that learning will become obsolete, because with the brain microchip you'll be able to just simply install all of the information into your brain, and you'll just be able to know languages and things like that. That is considered a miracle in the world today. All right. And actually, it does say it in Revelation chapter 19 and verse 20. And the beast was taken, which is overall talking about Esau, Edom, and with him the false prophet, talking about the Roman Catholic Church, that wrought miracles before him. So this beast, which is Esau by way of his microchip technology, is going to appear miraculous, the things that this technology will do for this world. Okay. With which he deceived them that had received. I mean, you know, when I say this world, what I'm referring to is the word aeon, because the word world has different meanings in the New Testament depending on where you click on it. I'm talking about the word aeon, which means this age, right? This age, which is the age of the rulership of the Edomites. Okay. With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So it's going to be deception as well. You're going to be sold this dream, but it's all deception and lies. Okay. And them that worshipped his image, these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Right. So that's going to be the judgment for our people because America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and Yahushua is going to return at that very same moment to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, as well as aiding in that destruction. It's 1144, 144, Yapa. Um, for those, if you know, you know. But yeah, man, are going to be destroyed. Our 2/3 of all people are going to be destroyed, and 2/3 will be taking the microchip, but the 1/3 that will be preserved and are parts of the elect will that will be delivered from America will not take the microchip, neither the brain implant nor the hand implant. Okay, so let's take a look at this and go back to this real quick because I want to bring this out as well. We'll go back to this. Sometimes the YouTube, if it's there for too long, it will like reset. Anyway, so going back to this, Elon Musk's controversial biotechnology startup Neuralink opened up recruitment for its first human clinical trial Tuesday, according to a company blog. And by the way, these things that I've mentioned in regards to like the brain microchip and how it will function. You do have lesser illuminaries. Is illuminaries the correct word? Because they call themselves the Illuminati, which is like the enlightened ones, because they know certain information, and you have lesser illuminaries that are a part of society and that they, do certain things to be a part of certain parts of society. And I've had a lesser illuminary, even before this Elon Musk brain implant thing came up, like in any way at all. Let me know about that. Yeah, in the future the world is going to have people are going to have a microchip, and they're going to have a microchip in their brain, and there will be no need for the education and stuff like that. So it's not something that I was just like pulling out of nowhere. But anyway, to continue, after receiving approval from an independent review board, Neuralink is set to begin offering brain implants to paralysis patients as part of the PRIME study. The company said PRIME, short for precise robotically implanted brain computer interface, is being carried out to evaluate both the safety and functionality of the implant. Trial patients will have a chip surgically placed in the part of the brain that controls the intention to move. The chip installed by a robot will then record and send brain signals to an app, with the initial goal being to grant people the ability to control a computer cursor or keyboard using their thoughts alone. The company wrote. That's another thing. And Esau Edom shows this kind of stuff in their media to grant people the ability to control a computer cursor or keyboard using their thoughts alone. And this video that I'm going to play at the end is going to show you that what their intentions are regarding this brain microchip. Those with quadruple whatever, due to cervical spine cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis may qualify for the 6-year-long study, 18 months at home, and clinic visits followed by follow-up visits over 5 years. Interested people can sign up in the patient to register on Neuralink's website. Quadriplegia. Okay, I got it. Kind of. Anyway, Musk has been working on Neuralink's goal of using implants to connect the human brain to a computer for 5 years, but the company so far has only tested on animals. The company also faced scrutiny after a monkey died in project testing in 2022 as part of the efforts to get the animal to play Pong. In his new book about Neuralink's founder, author Walter Isaacson reported that Musk was inspired by a science fiction author such as Lane Banks to pursue a human-machine interface technology called Neuralace that is implanted into people and can connect all of their thoughts to a partner. Yahweh Shemin Shai inspired him. And before that, Yahweh Shemin Shai inspired the wicked elite of Esau Edom to create this technology, because really it is Yahweh Shemin Shai's technology, if you can receive that. In May, Neuralink tweeted that it had received FDA clearance for human clinical trials with the approval acknowledged by the agency in a statement. The opening of human trials also comes over a month after the brain chip startup raised $280 million in a fundraising round led by Founders Fund, including a billionaire Peter Thiel, who is also a co-founder at PayPal. We're extremely excited about this next chapter at Neuralink. Musk forecasted human trials at the startup of at least 4 times since 2019, yet the company didn't seek FDA approval until 2022. At that time, the agency rejected the bid according to a March Reuters report citing safety concerns about parts of the implant migrating to other parts of the brain and possible brain tissue damage when the devices are removed. Okay, so that's what's going on. Before Neuralink's brain implants hit the broader market, they'll need regulatory approval. The FDA put out a paper in 2021 mapping out the agency's initial thoughts on brain-computer interface devices, noting the field is progressing rapidly. That's what I love to hear. Because the sooner it is that all of this technology gets out there, the sooner it is that we face out of the temptation. In Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, the sooner it is that we're at the point where he causeth all, is the sooner our salvation arrives. So we welcome this. I welcome this, Any brother that is sincere welcomes this. Okay, we want to get the hell out of here. All right. But it is very soon. It is coming, and biblical prophecy is at the forefront of it. And of course, you're warned about these things because Yahweh Shemisha in Revelation, as I just read in Revelation chapter 19 and verse 20, you won't be destroyed. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 and 10, you will be destroyed. Okay, so I'm going to close it off, and then I'm going to play this video. And let's say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemisha Bashim Kodesh, and take a look at what they intend.
William, I'm fine. Honestly, I swear I'm fine.
There. You can let that breathe for 10 minutes. All looking good. I'll come back and I'll dress them.
Do you see? These are interaction nodes. If I use this finger, I can open all the doors at work, no ID. And if I just scan this in the shop, I can pay for anything up to £1,000. And look, Dad, Mom, I've just taken your photo. Send and send. It doesn't need the sound effect. I just added that because it makes me laugh.
You promised me they wouldn't touch your eyes. Not after last time.
That was years ago. Gran's had stem cells in her eyes since then.
I can't help thinking, don't laugh. All these power cuts. Well, what would happen to you?
Nothing. What happens to you in a power cut? Nothing.
So, what about your head?
Can't feel a thing. They inserted the tiniest wafer into my brain and... Oh my God, look at the result. Synced us up. No keyboard. I don't need a keyboard ever again.
You did that by thinking?
It can't read my mind. Not yet, but the wafer tracks activity in the neural pathway and micro movements in the retina to predict what I'm thinking.
But that is reading your mind.
Let's see where everyone is. There's Aunt Rosie. She's at home. Lincoln's in school. Lee's not in school. Should be. Where is he? In the park. Don't tell Rosie. Gran's at home in the kitchen. What a surprise. Let's find Ruby. She's in a bar called the Marine Tide, and she's just bought a bottle of house white for £56.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
£56 for the house white.
Oh my God, how did it go, Beth? How are you? Did it work? Are you completely synced up now?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm with Mum and Dad, and I've just realised you're in trouble.
You should be in college.
£56.
For God's sake, Bethany!
It's amazing. A little bit like spying. What if I didn't want you tracking me?
Well, that's a good question. Can you imagine? What if your father was having an affair or something?
Okay.
You're in my contacts. That's permission, according to the law.
But I still don't understand. You can run software like this on a keyboard. So why do you need the operation?
I'm trying to explain it in ways you can understand, but the connection is so much more. While we were talking, at exactly the same time, I wondered about the 80 days of rain, where it came from, why it was, what comes next. And I keyed into satellites just 30 seconds ago, so I can see the course of El Nino, and I can tap into pressure sensors along the Atlantic coast and barometric readings from the ships at sea. If I put all of that together, I'm there. I'm inside it. The tide, the depth of the sea and the curl of the waves within me. And right now in Charles Street, Pasadena, a 15-year-old girl called Effany Cross has written her first song and put it online, and she's got the sweetest voice. So when I combine all of that, it's joy. In my head, it is absolute joy.